And a blues pattern goes from C major to F major to C major, and then G major, F, C. So it's C, and then F, back to C, and then G, F, C. Every blues is like that. And usually blues patterns are 12 bars long, but this one is a little bit longer than 12 bars, isn't it? Oh my goodness. So taking a look at your left hand, can you find where you would gravitate to C? It's really just a fifth interval with your fifth finger on C. So do you see that at the very beginning? Can you play it?
Wait. Yeah.
Okay, so then can you tell me where you move your hand down to F, since that's the second chord in the C blues? Yeah, I can't hear you very well. Measure 9, right, is where you go down to F. Do you see that? Good. And then where do you come back to C?
At measure 13.
Yes. And then you go to the dominant, the G, at measure what?
Measure 16. We don't not 16. 17.
Yes, measure 17. And you have a good line of G harmony. And then you go to one harmony in measure 21 in the next line.
D.
It's either C, G, or F. So those are your only three choices. So take a look at the fifth finger of your left hand. F, there you go. And then when do you go back to C harmony?
Um, measure 25.
Measure 25. Okay, very good. So that kind of feeling of that sound needs to come through when you drop to the bottom of the keys. Okay. So shall we, when you're dropping to the bottom of the keys, can you still keep your four knuckles nice and strong? Right, nice arch there. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I noticed that when you're playing your left hand, sometimes you go way down here, but nobody plays the piano way down here, right? So when you drop your weight, just find the place there that it's comfortable, it's released, and it's not too far down, because otherwise you're forcing it. You don't want to force your hand and your wrist at all. Right, so just feel the weight of gravity take over. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1,
It's
3, 4.
this land. There's like different layers of land. So like when you're going in the piano, like this is the top layer, and this is the medium layer, and that's
Exactly. You are so right. Yeah, absolutely. And then when you come off of the key, you can also think of yourself as coming up from the bottom of a hole, right? When you're here, 1, 2, 3, off, 1, 2, 3, off. Right, so it takes you three full beats, right, to
or
raise your wrist and come out of the keys.
like something hopping in slow motion.
Yeah, very slow motion. You're so right. Absolutely. Okay, so do you want to experiment with that feeling? And then you'll get a really good sound. Yeah, you're too low. When you drop, you're way too low. You're forcing your wrist way down there. Look, doesn't that look funny? You can't play with these funny little fingers like that, right? So just go to the point where you can move your wrist back and forth, left to right. Right? If you go way too far, there's no give and take as to you moving to the left and the right. Right? Do you want to try that? Go ahead and play those notes all the way to the bottom where your wrist is way, way low, like you just did. Good. And can you move your wrist from left to right when you do that? No, you're stuck, right? But if you just drop drop your weight, feel like you're on that outside tip of your thumbnail. You can definitely move your wrist right and left, right? That's better. Okay, so that shows you how far down you want to drop. Okay.